Alright, so in the last class we left at the extensions. We have seen all these options and we stopped somewhere here. Add extensions. Before I show the extensions, look at this statement, which is very important one. Get up to 15% higher click-through rate by showing additional information on your ads. 5 to 6 years back, there were hardly any extensions present. Now there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 extensions available. So some 5-6 years back there were no extensions at all. Then we had only one extension, that was site link. Then callouts was there. Then we had location. So like that gradually more and more options got added, and today there are 9 advanced content that can be shown along with the ad. That is for complimentary. Now this is an important point. We are not paying anything extra to add these extensions. They are coming in complimentary. So it's always better to use it, because the data analytics of Google itself says that you are going to get 15% higher click-through rate. There's only one time effort that you need to put. This is at the account level, campaign level. That means we may create several hundreds of ads. We may create tens of ad groups. Automatically at the bottom of every ad, these extensions will remain common. Though we may be using every extension provided here, but there is no assurance from Google that it will be displayed always. Only when he sees that for any keyword lot of spaces available, competition is less, it is going to enhance your ad with the extra content. So one by one we'll see the sample of each of them. Let us begin with site link extensions. Site link extensions along with the ad is something like this. Let me type any business keyword, stock market tips. Firstly, I'll show you the regular ad. These are all ads, but everybody is using extension. Without extension, how does an ad look like? This is an ad without an extension. Regular ad, where the first is the URL, the next line is the title of an ad, and then next is a description. That's all we have. But some extra line is provided for him. So he has got some 3 lines of matter. He has got again 3 lines of matter. So all this is the part of extension. So let us see the site link extension. This is a site link extension sample. Okay, like this you must have seen in some of the ads. Generally when you are searching with a branded keyword, see, this is a site link extension. This is an ad. This entire set is one ad. So whether you create only a minified ad like this, or you use site link extensions or various extensions, the cost remains the same. In fact, the cost will reduce slightly because of higher CTR. Remember, at the start of the adverts I told you that if your AdWords keyword hit ratio, if more and more people are clicking on your ad with regard to the impressions, then that will improve the quality score, and a higher quality score is going to have an impact in the cost, which is going to reduce the cost. So as Google himself says that enhancing your ad is going to improve your click-through ratio by 15%, so it makes a lot of sense to use that. So this is 1 site link, 2 site link, 3 site link, 4 site link. Like this you can create 8. Though we are creating 8 site links, that is a maximum. Google may display 4, it may display all the 8, it may display only 2, it may display only the headlines of the links, it may not display the description at all. So there is no assurance or there is no guarantee that Google is going to enhance your ad with the extensions that you are using, but most of the time it tries to does it. We may be using all the 8 extensions. Sometimes Google will display only one extension, sometimes 2, sometimes 3, sometimes 5, sometimes 8, depending upon the space available, depending upon the number of results, depending upon the ad click activity of the user who is searching. There are so many things that they check, but there's no harm in using it. Don't miss even a single extension, use all of them. So let us see how to add the extension. Beginning with site link, so just you have to click in this arrow. These are all the extensions which I have created before. Let me add another one, new site link extension. So let's say that I want to show about the new quotes algo trading. You can't cross the limit of the characters. So there is a limited description that you can have based on the number of characters shown here. Now for each site link you can have a dedicated address. I may be having a page where I am only describing about algo trading. So I can provide that internal page URL. Even otherwise I can provide my home page URL. Because these are all links. It has to lead to some page. So this is some internal page where the offer is being shown. Like this you can give any internal page address here. If I have any such page, then this is how I need to give. So this is one site link, this entire thing. Likewise the second site link, third, fourth, you can add more. Maximum 8 per ad. Once that it is created, click on save. So how many ever site links that you have created since the start of the campaign, you'll have all of them. So whichever you want to use, just put it on the right side. Maximum 8 you can put here. Anything you don't want to use, okay. So one is this, like that 8 you can drag on the right side. Though you can create many here, but maximum 8 can only be shown. So this is what is your site link extension. Then the next one is a callout extension. So do you want to create a callout for your entire account? Entire account of AdWords mean how many ever campaigns you create. I told you each campaign is for one client. But if multiple clients have got similarity, then you can create a callout extension at an account level. So when you are creating a callout in account level, every time that you are creating a campaign, from all the campaigns, wherever you have used callout, all that will be shown here. These are all the callouts. But what exactly is a callout? Let us see an example. It is like site link, but the words are separated with dot. For the previous keyword it had shown. This is a call out. This section is a call out, where you are able to display some extra words with dots. So like this again, 8 callouts you can create. Sometimes Google will display only 1, sometimes 2, sometimes 3, sometimes 5. This is not callout. How do you make out with a callout and structured snippet? These are structured link extension. Structured snippet. So this is structured snippet. The difference is this is separated with a colon, and then we have comma. But callout is separated using dot. Let us create one. So minimum is 2, maximum is 8. So what should you be using callout extension? Whatever are the specialties. Let's say course is available online and classroom both. You can't cross the number of characters, so each call out only 25 characters limit. These numbers are important from exam perspective. Save. So I've created 4, like that more you can transfer on the right side. Okay, so that is your call out. Then you have the call extension. If you want to display the mobile number, none of them are using the call extension. Call and call out, there's a difference. So along with that, you'll be finding a mobile number. Let me see for which keyword we can get that. We don't have for any of the ads. Okay, here we are. So the mobile number that you see here is a call extension. Now the advantage with the call extension is, very important extension. Today that I am searching for any keyword, I may directly call on this number. It is not only a free lead, but it's a very much important quality lead that you have got without paying anything. Like this. 80% people don't use any extensions. I do not understand the reason why. Is it out of laziness or don't know? What is harm in using it? It is a bonus given to you. Every percent saved directly accounts for your net profit. So when you are saving 15% of the clicks with it, that means you are getting extra 15% clicks. It means that extra 15% net profit straight away. Lot of people may directly call you without paying anything to Google. You have got a quality lead. Now this person is taken the pain to call, means he's really interested in that service. So it's a highly qualified lead. So please use call extension, whatever may be the business, product, service, and use that number which has got WhatsApp, because a lot of people have seen the habit is they save the number and they do WhatsApp message. So better to have a number which is active in WhatsApp. So open up. Let's say I don't have, these are all the call extensions which I have used in the previous campaigns. All of that will be shown here. But let's say first time that I am creating your country. So this is the extension I have. So that +1 and all will come automatically based on the location. Click on save. You can provide up to 4 mobile numbers on the right side. It is whether a mobile or landline number. So 4 call extensions can be used per ad. For each campaign you can have different contact numbers, and all these are editable. After creating the entire campaign, at any stage you can log in and do the changes. It will get updated in real time. You can have a look at a preview for each extension. So like this it will be shown in the mobile. Look at here, this is a mobile view. When you click here, directly a call would go. When someone clicks on this, it will directly lead to a dialer, phone dialer. Now will this be counted as a click on that? Yes, it will be. If someone is clicking here or site link or anywhere, that is as good as a click on an ad. You got to pay for it. But if someone is looking at an ad in the browser and then directly typing this number in the dialer, then you need not pay even a rupee. So the call extension is also clear. Now coming with the next extension, structured snippet. So to show an example, we have already seen in the previous. Okay, this is the structured snippet. So there are some predefined categories like services, courses, amenities. So depending upon the nature of your business, you got to select the appropriate category and define it by using the text, relevant text. So like this 1, 2, 3, 4, you can provide 8 for each category. Let us see. So I click on new structured snippet. Which language do you want? See, these are the predefined. You can't have any custom category for the structured snippet. So let's say if it is a training program, then it could be courses. If you are offering, let's say, something online branded products, then use this one. Amenities for, say, hotels, for hostels. Insurance coverage for insurance kind of business, models, neighborhoods, service catalog shows, they like say car service and all that. Okay. So let's say in my case, courses is the most appropriate category. So here, what all courses do I offer? SEO, SEM, stock market. You can add more. Alright, so this is how it gets added here. So coming with the next extension, app extension. only meant for people who have got an app, whether it is Android or iOS. You must be having a registered app in the respective Play Store. For Android it is Play Store, for iPhones it is iTunes. So you must be already having an app there, so that you can select from here. So in case that I have an app, I click here. So what is the app that you have, whether it is in Android platform or iOS one? Let's say Android, say Baiju example. Select. Do you want this to be displayed only to mobile users, not to the tablet? Select this option. Or you want to display to tablet users also? Remove it. Now Google is smart enough to understand that this is an Android app that you have selected here. So the ad will be shown only in the Android enabled devices, not in the mobile desktop, not in the iPhone users. Because when they click on this, it will directly lead to the Play Store where they can directly install the app. This is again a very useful option, because who would generally click on this app? Those who really want to install. Then they are only one step away from becoming your customer. Once they have installed an app, you have an entire access to them. You can send them notifications, get them converted easily. So having an app is important one, and for that, when you use extensions, app extension, the chances of person clicking there increases. And the biggest advantage with the app is real-time notifications without paying anything. You send SMS and all that, you send email, either they get jumped, they may get blocked, and the user will not have the patience to see. But these notifications are like push notifications which comes on the user's screen. That's the reason why a lot of people want to convert their customers from the website to the applications. There's a site called as Myntra, which only had the app version, no website version at all. So how many users you have got in app versus how many users you have got in a website, the value of the business has got a huge difference. A business is valued on the based on the number of customers, total number of customers, active customers or active users and all that. But for Android, the valuation is much higher for the same set of active users what you find in website. What's the link you want to give along with that app extension? Anything which is suitable, save. So this is our app extension. You can have more. If you have multiple apps, you can add more. You may be having iOS. So for iOS users, iOS add extension will be shown, and for Android add app extension will be shown. Lead form extension, a small inquiry form. Along with that, let me show you some these all site links. This is structured snippet. This is location extension. I'll get back to this as well. This is also location extension, this part. the site links. So though he may be using description for the site link, but it is only displaying text, because these are all the extra options that you are getting along with that. So there is no guarantee that it will be displayed always. This again location extension. This entire thing is location extension. This one also. These are all callouts. This is site links. App extension we don't have here. Anyway, when we find, I'll be showing you. So along with that, there will be an extra line saying as download our app, whatever the text the advertiser has used. Lead form extension. Here. Are you able to see this something in the box as sign up? So this is what is a lead form extension. When I click on this, it will lead me to the form. Like this, a small form, you can have it. Again, very useful extension. It works amazingly well for Facebook. After looking at the response in the Facebook, Google started this option into his network also. It has come in the last 1 year. But I've been using it and the response is amazing. Every client wants it. The demand is good. Because people don't have so much of patience to fill big inquiry forms which you have in your website. Person has to see an ad, click on it, visit your page, sign up. That is a 4-step process. But here it's only 2 steps. Click here, fill the form. That's it. Make the form as small as possible. Bigger form, lot of people skip it. So have some most important text content, have a relevant inquiry form with limited fields. So let's see how to do it. New lead form. Headline. So whatever that you are using these options here, the preview can be seen on the right side. So Sanjay Technologies is shown up here. Description. What all do you want in the inquiry form? I want name, I want phone number, email ID. These 3 are very important one. And then you can add more options depending upon your need. But simple suggestion that have as much small inquiry form as possible. Smaller it is, more the forms will be filled. Each form filling will be counted as 1 click on that. Whether the user, practically user is not clicking on the ad here, he is directly clicking on sign up and is filling the form and submitting. So I never clicked on that, I did not visit this page at all, but that will still be counted as a click on an ad. Ad extension enhances your ad, but that will all account for click activity. In case you have got any questions. Okay. So like these questions you can give, say gender, male, female, multiple choice, short answer. Let's say that I want to have Let's say for this question, these are the two answers. There are more questions you can add. Background image. Privacy policy. Every website must be having a privacy policy. So about this we have already seen in the AdSense class. So if you look at my site seosanjay.com, at the bottom you'll find a link called as privacy policy. So I told you this is a ready-made content which you get it from various websites, and this is mandatory from ads perspective. So this is a privacy page you have. Background image, better to use some logo and all that, only then it would look more professional. It is optional, I'm skipping it. After filling the form, what do you want to display to the user? Like this, a screen will be shown, so you can add more content. This is what is going to be shown. So you can drag the customer to the WhatsApp as well. And in this link, anything that you want to add, visit the site or download the app, something like that, and then provide the address. I want the users to come to the home page when they click here. So before that, sign up. See this one. Sign up Kotak Securities trading account. The text what you are seeing within this box, that is what is this one. Okay. See here, you can see the preview. Can't cross the number of characters. Okay. So look at on the right side, this is how it will be showing up. So when user clicks on that option, it will lead to the lead form. Within the same window, no new window will open up, same like what I've shown you for Kotak. Like this. This is a web integration. In case you are using some kind of CRM software for your website, you can push these details into the CRM. Customer relationship manager, like that, lot of websites use this kind of application in order to capture the leads. Just like you have a sign up form in your website, you get the leads into your admin dashboard. Like that, a custom based website will be using a CRM software or CDM software. So directly from the Google, all the leads data with your respective fields will come directly into your software. So I don't have to log in into AdWords to see how many of them have filled the form. I can log in into my website CRM application, which I am anyway using it, in order to see what all leads I've got. So for that, APIs is required, application programming interface, which is little technical. People with XML, they know how to use these options. They generate a key, they use it, they use webhook method, so many are there. So no one is going to ask you the process because that's done by the external programmers. But what is the purpose you must know. That's the purpose of it. Though these are optional. So higher intent. That means your main focus is people should fill the inquiry form. But more volume. You want a lot of people to see your ad or get your ad impression awareness rather than filling the form. So what is your target? You can select here. Here the cost will be little higher because search engines will be displaying the ads to that qualified people who generally fill the inquiry form. So it's like a targeted advertisement. So this is your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th extension that we have seen. Let's see the 7th one. Promotion extension. Generally when you have offer. So I want to create a new promotion. What's the occasion? There is no occasion. This offer is a general offer. In English, currency you may want to display in INR, Indian rupee. So percentage discount or monetary discount. Can't cross these characters. Finally, you are wherever that you have the details about this offer, that address you can provide here. What are the terms and conditions of that offer code and all that. Is this a limited period offer between specific dates? You can use it. These are again options which are meant for tracking, done through API. We need not know about it. This is a scheduling option. Do you want it to display only in mobile or to everybody? What's the start date, end date? Schedule it according to Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. Only during those times it will be displayed. Generally, like in some restaurant, there is happy hours. So during afternoon time and all only they may want to display this promotional ad saying that 1+1 drink free, 1+1 food free, something like that. Price extension. In case you want to display the price along with your ad. Currency INR. So first extension here, courses, different courses and their fee. So whatever is the offer, where are you explaining about it, that URL. For mobile, if you have a different URL, you can give here, otherwise by default this will be taken. One more you can add. There are so many different promotional extension, price extension is what you can add. I'm using only one. Say 3 are required, so 3 different courses. Last one more, we'll use it. Minimum is 3. Once you know all the options are given, click on save. Yeah, saved on. So 1, 2, 3. 3 price extensions we are using for our ad. So location, in case you have already listed your business in Google Business, business.google.com, there is a site wherein all the businesses are listed there. So whenever somebody looking for navigation in Google Maps, that address will be picked up and as a landmark it will be shown. So it brings a lot of value for your business. So do have a Google Business page for your own business as well. If you go here, it's a free listing. business.google.com. It is like just that. I've already added my business. So all this you need to fill here. All of this. Till here. So it will come as a wizard system. Once you log in, you will get to know how things have to be put here. So do you want that location to come automatically from the same email ID that you have Google Business account? If no, then add the extensions here. So this is the one I have, which I have already added before in other campaign. That's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. These are the 9 extensions that we are using. Why is it showing light colors? Some mistake. We did not save that. Okay. Forgot to save it, but once you save, then that will be highlighted here. Now this is the second screen we get wherein we are setting up our ad. For which all keywords do you want to display that? That comes, some of the keywords have come inbuilt. So Google has seen that so and so is a website and these are the most suitable keywords. Is what is a suggestion from him. You can minus some of the keywords. You can add more keywords. You can remove all of them and have your own custom keywords that we have discussed in the step 1 in the AdWords. So first I give the ad group name. What is an ad group? Here. Very important topic, keyword modifier. So give the ad group name. I told you what is an ad group. Under a single campaign we can have multiple ad groups. I told you the client business may be split into different small parts. Each part of the business you have to create one ad group. Like in my case, one ad group I could create for digital marketing, another for SEO, one for only SEM, one for only SMO, one for algo trading, one for stock market. I've also highlighted stating this point that how many ad groups you are using with their own narrow targeted keywords, that much higher the quality score is going to be. So create as many ad groups as possible by clustering your keywords. So SEO codes, some 5 keywords may be there. So one ad group where only SEO codes relevant keywords are present. Best SEO codes, SEO codes, SEO codes in Amirpet, or SEO codes near me, like that all the keywords you can give. That becomes one ad group. One more ad group you can create. SEO classes near me, SEO classes in Amirpet likewise. Now, most important point here, which I have seen in more than 50% cases, people who do not have knowledge about using the right keyword modifiers, they end up losing money in SEM. They don't get targeted visitors. Let me explain why. So here in the keyword modifier, the general habit what a person would do is, example in my case, stock market trading, let's say. If the keyword is given in this fashion, it can be the biggest blunder that you could make. Someone is searching for stock market trading, the ad will be shown, no doubt about it. Someone is searching only for stock market, then also the ad will be shown, because part of the keyword is matching. Stock market is part of this entire keyword that you have stated, the ad will still be displayed. This is what is the default keyword modifier, plain keyword modifier. Ad gets displayed for the entire set, even for the split, even for the meaning of it. Someone is searching for share market trading, also the ad will get displayed. Sir, I never use share market at all. The word market is there. Even if the word market is not there, share and stock both mean the same. But problem is, someone is searching for pilot training, even then my ad will get displayed, because the word training is matching. And the highlight is, even for wrong spelling also the ad will get displayed. Someone may be searching with stock, MARKT, E is missing. It's a wrong spelling. The user's query in the Google search box. Though you have stated your right keyword, but someone is searching with a wrong spelling, even then the ad will get displayed. So with this single keyword that you have stated, ad gets displayed for several hundreds of keywords. Wherever even a part of the query is matching with the part of the keyword, or its meaning, or even spelling mistake. Someone searching for pilot training, also your ad is getting displayed, and he clicks on it and he realizes that this is into digital marketing. You are wasting clicks literally. If you are bidding with the visitors, with the clicks, you will end up paying to Google, but you may not be generating business. People will call and ask for pilot. Someone is searching for IAS trading, your ad will get displayed. So there is no relevancy. Quality score will be bad, lot of clicks will come to your site because the exposure will become more. With this keyword, at least 1000, 1 lakh keywords are there. So your bills are going to be big. Research flow is going to be high, but not to the narrow targeted audience. You have picked up automatically general audience. In SEM, the mantra is only one: not to get lot of business in the initial stage, but protecting our capital should be your first agenda. I should not lose money in SEM. With that target, you need to start. And as and how you are developing the skills, you will realize that the reach is reaching broader audience. Your cost per acquisition will also increase, and a stage will come where this ratio will divert. You may end up paying more money by reaching more and more audience, of course by generating more business, but the costing to acquire one customer will increase. So depending upon the nature of the business, you need to decide that this is what is the Lakshman Rekha, this is what is the threshold that I should not be crossing when it comes to cost per acquisition part. From startup and all, they burn cash, they can afford even 2000 rupees to acquire a customer for a simple taxi kind of app. But what is the nature of your business, how much of cash you are ready to burn, all that will decide to how much broad audience you need to target. But in the initial stages, never ever choose like this broad keyword modifier. The other option we have is phrase. So when do we use this option? When it is so bad option, then why this option is there? It should be used only for single words. And only in case that I provide A to Z about that, then only I need to use it. I provide training, I provide service, I provide job placement. Because someone who is searching with SEO, he may search in different ways. SEO jobs near me, SEO service, SEO training, SEO course, SEO classes. Anything relevant to SEO someone is searching, your ad will get displayed. But are you ready to serve the person who is looking for development for his website, SEO development for his site? Do you provide that service? Do you provide job assistance? So when you are covering A to Z about any particular business domain, then this broad modifier is used. Secondly, it is used by the people who want to create awareness, who want to use as much broad audience as possible. Example, Bharti Airtel, new mobile recharge plan. Example, vote for Congress, vote for Bharti, vote for BJP. So like that, several keywords they can. They'll just give elections. That's all. Their political campaign is ready, guys. And a lot of politicians are spending actively in digital marketing. Anything relevant to action. Pre-poll, election in Tamil Nadu, election in Hyderabad. That people will be searching the trends and all in real time. So just this one word and your ad is exposed to multi-million people. So those who want to reach broader audience and who are not bothered about conversion but are bothered about the brand awareness and all that, for them that default option is suitable. Phrase is the most widely used option, wherein the keywords are enclosed in double quotes. So whenever you are giving the keywords in the enclosed format with double quotes, then that is called as a phrase modifier, wherein in simple words, all the set of queries the ad will get displayed. Anything you add here, anything you add here. That means in the user's query, this should be one part. So any prefix, any suffix you add it to this one, ad will get displayed. But anything you add in between, ad will not get displayed. So when I give like this SEO training in double quotes, that will get displayed for SEO training, SEO quality training, no, it will not get displayed. SEO training in Amirpet, SEO training in Hyderabad, best SEO training, good SEO training, land for all the set of queries where the word SEO training should come together, that will get displayed. That's what is the phrase, most widely used option, even I use it. So how do we give it? Just like this double quotes you need to put. No space. You can give multiple keywords like that. And with mixed format also. The third one is exact. So whenever I give the keyword like this in square bracket, the ad will only get displayed for the single query. Square bracket means single query. Of course, A in those articles are ignored. When you choose the exact keyword, the chances of making loss is the least, because you are only targeting the customer which is 100% relevant to your business, who is in need of you, who will be searching for SEO training in Hyderabad, those who really want to take this training. So the chances of conversion is very high, but the reach is very, very narrow. There may be several hundreds of keywords within this single keyword, so your reach is going to be broader, no doubt. With this only one keyword, your ad will get displayed. With that single keyword, the number of searches volume may be low. So by that way, the conversion may be low, but the cost of acquiring that customer is also very low. So start with the exact keyword modifiers, which are the most safest option. Then gradually move to phrase. Then from phrase you can move to broad. That's the hierarchy. Why not phrase? What is the problem with this keyword? Let me tell you this. SEO training means ad will get displayed even for this keyword. Best SEO training, good, we want that. Worst SEO training, again the ad will get displayed, but this we do not want. Expensive SEO training, we do not want the ad to get displayed. SEO training complaints, we do not want our ad to get displayed. But that will get displayed for all this set of negative keywords also. But when I give like this, then no word here and there. Only for this single keyword my ad will get displayed. So there is no danger that my ad is being displayed for wrong keywords. But problem with this is that, sir, only limited queries I'll get. Eventually after few weeks or months I'll be moving on to the phrase keyword modifier. How should I avoid those negative keywords preventing my ad? I don't want my ad to get displayed for the negative keywords. So for that we use the fourth modifier called as negative. Example, someone is searching with free SEO training. Search volume is very high. And there your ad will always get displayed in the first place because no one is displaying ad. Even 1 rupee your ad will get displayed. Hundreds of people will call you every day. But all junk leads. Everyone expecting free training. Won't generate any business at all. So be very careful while giving your keywords. I told you, as a beginner, always begin with exact keyword modifier. I have also done the same thing. Yeah, maybe the business is less, calls are less, bill will also be less. Maybe in a month you'll get only 2-3 conversions. Start with it. But definitely the return on investment is going to be amazing here. Then once you are confident, yes, we can now go and catch a broader audience, then go with phrase. Phrase plus negative. Because in phrase, positive keywords are there, means negative keywords are also there. We should avoid our ad We should prevent our ad appearing for negative keywords list. See, double headache. If your client has given you an SEM project, you will have to provide him a report. The report is the next section. So in the report, in the invoice, for every keyword you are quoting there, how many people have seen, what is the billing and all that. So your client will see that for free SEO training, his ad had come in the top place, and for that you are even charging him 5 rupees. Double disadvantage. One is the ad was shown for the wrong keyword, and then over that you are even charging from him. Someone searches for worst SEO training, your client ad is shown on the top. For this, he has already got a bad name, and over that you are even charging money from him. So do make sure that if you are using phrase or using the default modifier, you add negative keywords list. I had actually saved the list of the negative keywords. Maybe in next class I will find out where it is. So there are several negative keywords, and that's our universal negative keywords which must be used for every ad. Yeah, there are plenty, 200 such keywords are there. You can just add those keywords like this for every ad that you have created. Now if I have given the keyword like this in double quotes, I have also given a negative keyword, let's say free. First priority is always given to free. Someone is searching for free SEO training, you may say, sir, there is a positive match as well as negative. First priority to negative. Because the word free is blacklisted in your ad will not get displayed. But someone is searching for complaint free SEO training. Complaint free SEO training in Hyderabad, ad will not get displayed because the word free has come. But it's a good keyword, it's a positive keyword. Two negative keywords have made it positive. But there's no solution, you have to compromise. People may not be searching in that fashion, and even if they search, the volume is less and you have to compromise. Otherwise, you will risk getting your ad displayed for big list of negative keywords. Okay, that is okay. But someone is searching with, say, low quality SEO training, we do not want our ad to get displayed, but low fee SEO training, we want our ad to get displayed. This what is the requirement of a client. He says that low quality, don't display my ad. Low fee, display my ad. What will you do? The word low is coming in negative and positive both ways. But low quality is bad, low fees is good. So what we'll do here, double keyword modifier. Like this also you can give. So only when these both words come together, then only it will be considered as negative. Someone is searching for high quality SEO training, ad will get displayed. Low fee SEO training, ad will get displayed. Low quality, ad will not get displayed. This is how we mention the keyword, then we click on save. You can create more ad groups. Again I remind, more the ad groups you create, better it is. From here we create an ad. This will take up in the tomorrow's class.